Welcome Diecast fans, I'm Tom Spanners-Watson.
And I'm Frank the Guru Gibbs.
And welcome to round 4, groups 3 and 4.
Last week saw the bottom 8 drivers on the table trying to get some extra points. Unfortunately, Deacon stayed at the bottom of the table and well behind everybody else. But Puff ended up having a really good showing and moved him up to 120 points. So he is currently in 5th spot, although I'm expecting him to get bumped tonight.
And so far, Mr. Dark's best time of 28.472, definitely not under any stress, especially after last week's slowest lap.
Well, you never know. This week we've got Flying McBride, Giorgio, Big Mike and Just in Time. Some of these boys posted some pretty quick times. Maybe they've got it in.
I don't know. I still think it's going to be a big ask. But we've got Flying McBride in lane number 1, Giorgio in 2, Big Mike in 3, and Just in Time out in lane 4. And we're underway for the first race. All drivers clean over that first jump. Flying McBride jumps out to a big lead here. And then it's a battle between Big Mike and Giorgio. But Big Mike manages to get into second place. But Giorgio not backing down as they go through the forestry section. Flying McBride first up Magnus Mountain tonight. Nice and clean through the switcher. Big Mike is trying to chase him down through the main lane, but I think Flying McBride has got enough of a lead that he's going to hold on as we head into the final straight. Flying McBride holds on for the win. Big Mike in second, and something's happened to Giorgio. He's spun out and down a corner. And what happened to Just in Time?
Unfortunately for Justin, he's parked up by the crossover. As we go back through the replay, you see Flying McBride absolutely ripping it down Devil's Staircase, and you see Justin there zigged when he should have zagged and unfortunately stalled him out. But well done, Flying McBride. Maximum points moves you up to 106. Giorgio, disappointing you couldn't make it across the finish. You were so close, 99 points. Big Mike, great effort into second place, moves him up to 104 points. And then Just in Time lagging back on 96.
So the drivers rotate around. We've got Giorgio in lane number 1 now, Big Mike in lane number 2, Just in Time in 3, and Flying McBride out in 4. And Flying McBride and Giorgio have both gone over.
Obviously, those boys were giving it too many beans to begin with.
And Just in Time now with a great run out onto a huge lead over Big Mike. As he goes into the forestry section, Big Mike doing everything he can to close that gap. But Just in Time leads them up Magnus Mountain, keeps it clean this time. Oh no, he's blowing it, going through the switcher. Big Mike moves into the lead now.
Go Big Mike!
Big Mike on a solo run all the way to the finish here. He is going to pick up the win, and those points could be vital at this stage of the competition.
I think Justin might need a new co-driver because he keeps sending him in the wrong direction at the wrong time. And what the heck happened to Giorgio and Flying McBride?
Yeah, let's go back through the replay and have a look.
So Flying McBride was just giving it way too many beans going into that corner. And look at Giorgio, gets up on that sidewall and then flips him over, and then Just in Time comes down, cranks the handbrake. What was he trying to do there? A Scandinavian flick where he didn't need to?
I don't know. That's a tragic finish for 3 of the drivers, but congratulations, Big Mike. Absolutely capitalized on that, picked up maximum points, and moves up to 117 points. He is getting much, much closer to the leaders.
You know, if Big Mike can win the next 2 races, that puts him really close to Big Cat's overall score.
Well, Big Mike starting in lane number 1 this time. Next to him, Just in Time. Then we've got Flying McBride in lane number 3 and Giorgio in lane number 4. Let's see if those 2 boys can keep their car on the wheels. And they do. It looks like everybody's through that first section. Big Mike into the lead, but Flying McBride getting down the outside. It's a huge battle, and Flying McBride gets the lead going into the forestry section. Giorgio now closing right up on Big Mike. Flying McBride leads him up Magnus Mountain through the switcher. Big Mike chasing him down through the main lane. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to catch him, just like in that first race. Another solid drive here from Flying McBride takes the win. Big Mike almost spins out. Giorgio chasing him down, but Big Mike holds on to second place.
This was such an awesome drive from Flying McBride here. Look at the way he just muscles right on through, but Big Mike, nice drive, mate. You were under all sorts of pressure there, and then I thought you were going to blow it right in that final straight, but you held on for another second place in 10 points. That's a great effort, and so far you're leading this group on 127. Then it's Flying McBride on 119, and then Giorgio and Just in Time back on 108.
So here we go. This is the final race for Group 3. Just in Time now in lane number 1. Flying McBride in lane number 2. Giorgio in 3, and Big Mike out in lane 4.
Best of luck to all the drivers. You're going to need it.
And all drivers make it past checkpoint 1. Just in Time goes down. That's disappointing for him. I'm not sure if Flying McBride and Big Mike have made it any further down the track, but Giorgio now just running away with this one.
This should be an absolute walk in the park for him. There's nobody challenging him. He can just take his time. He doesn't need to try and beat Mr. Dark's time. He can just rack up the maximum points.
Oh, when he goes a bit sideways, it looks like Just in Time's co-driver might be talking to him as he takes the wrong direction there, but he does cross the finish line And he's the only one. That's Flying McBride upside down through the switcher.
First time that's happened.
And Big Mike is out with the bogans.
Oh, nice one, Mike, taking out the bogans. And speaking of getting taken out, just in time took himself out quite badly there. And then Flying McBride tries to go up Magnus Mountain on his side and ends up sliding a huge distance. And Big Mike gets a bit of air as he cartwheels off the track and then wipes out into the bogan monster truck and also takes out the search and rescue truck.
I mean, Mike didn't get a huge amount of air, but he has only just signed up for the basic program so far at the Bogan Air Flying Academy. But he did a great job taking those bogans out. I'm surprised they're not just mush under that monster truck.
Bogans are like cockroaches, mate. It'll take more than a monster truck rolling on them to squish him.
But final scores for this group, Big Mike leads them out with 130 points. Then it's Flying McBride on 123, Giorgio on 121, and Just in Time at 109. Let's see where that places them on the table.
Well, that was a great charge from Big Mike there. He's currently sitting in third position, although I'm not sure how long that'll last. Flying McBride did a great job as well, up to 123. That puts him at 5th position, and Giorgio back there on 7th position.
Fly dope swaggy, that's how I roll. On another level, on another level, on another one above me.
You were an asshole. It's what you deserve.
Drives women crazy. Whiff for men. The new fragrance from Frank Guru Gibbs.
And then there were two. The final two cars for the Best in Show award. Remember to comment. This is your last chance to vote for the Best in Show. We'll announce the winner in the final episode.
And one of those Best in Show cars is racing now in group number 4. It's Craig's the Senior. Then there's JB, Nick, and Wiz.
And with over 50 points up for grabs this round, if a driver can pull off an EP Video's perfect run, they have a chance of taking the lead.
Crikey, they could even hold on to the lead and take it all out, because I reckon Group 7 and 8 racing is going to be super close.
But back to Group 4 as we get underway. Craig's the Senior gets all kinds of wrong going down the Devil's Staircase. Nick now out to a huge lead. He gets spun around. Why did he pull the handbrake so early?
I think he's going for a Scandi flick, mate.
Well, he completely mistimed it as he's now reversing up Magnus Mountain. Oh, and he's just completely disappeared. The Wiz crashes out. JB goes through, pushes the Wiz out of his way and goes through the Joker lane.
That's a pretty merciless stuff there from JB. Nice work, mate.
Well, I mean, these points are important. You shouldn't let anyone stand in your way. And with that, JB takes maximum points. Wiz crashed out on a photographer. Wiz got ejected halfway up Magnus Mountain, and Craig's the Senior back at the Devil's Staircase.
Yeah, check out Craigster here. He bounced all over the shot. He managed to keep the car on its wheels, but unfortunately missed the gear, and then that was his race over. And as we go to highway cam, Nick got ejected out of Magnus Mountain right by the overbridge. Then it looks like the Wiz tried to handbrake slide up and he got biffed out of the track. He takes out the photographer and the Mutts Cuts wagon, and then if the extreme close-up the photographer got wasn't good enough, JB comes through and parks Wiz's car right on top of the poor guy.
Well, at least I'm sure he's got some good photos from that. But congratulations, JB, making the most of the absolute chaos on the track. Picks up maximum points, moves into the lead for this group at 111. Nick and Wiz tied on 102, and Craig's the Senior unfortunately back on 98.
If Craig's the Senior wants any hope of staying in this competition, he really needs to pull finger.
So we've got JB in lane number 1, Nick in 2, Wiz in 3, and Craig's the Senior out in lane number 4 as we get underway for race number 2. All drivers managed to keep it clean through this first section. JB in the lead, but Craig's the Senior pushes down the outside. Looks like Nick and the Wiz tangling up in behind there. JB in second place trying to catch up to Craig's the Senior. Can Craig's to keep it clean up Magnus Mountain? He gets a wheel stand as he hits the mountain, but he keeps it together.
I really thought he was going over there.
Well, luckily for him, he managed to keep it together. JB is chasing him down, but he is not going to reel him in before the finish. Craig's the Senior pulls off the win. JB in second, and a close battle between Wiz and Nick. Nick just picking up third place, Wiz in fourth.
It's nice to see all 4 drivers finish there. JB still holding on to the lead with 121. Craig's the Senior, great effort there to pick up the win, picks up maximum points, so that lifts him to a tie with Nick, and then we've got Wiz back on 109.
And Craig's the Senior proving there he's not just all about the looks, that car can handle as well. Now we've got Nick in lane number 1, Wiz in 2, Craig's the Senior in 3, and JB in 4. And Nick's gone down now. Craig's the Senior out to a big lead over everybody else. Wiz a long way back in second place, and I'm not sure if JB managed to keep going or not.
Craig's the Senior definitely seems to be proving that it's not all show and no go. He is hoofing it down the track.
He certainly is. He is actually coming in for a pretty good time here by the look of it. I don't think it's going to beat Mr. Dark. No, a good time though, a 30.592, a very tight time. Wiz in for second, and here comes JB for third.
Oh, that's good. I was worried that JB had crashed out as well, but unfortunately there for Nick, he just got a little bit crooked going down the Devil's Staircase and couldn't keep it together. And then there, it's almost like JB got a little bit of cold feet as he looked over the dipper.
Well, at least he kept going. He continues to rack up the points, now on 130. Craig's the senior with 124. Then Wiz with 119 and Nick with 112.
That's two very solid races here from Craig's the Senior, taking a win from lane 3 and lane 4.
And funnily, people complained that lane 3 and 4 are terrible, and there Craig's the Senior out there proving it's the car, not the track.
I wonder if Craig's the Senior's got a third win in him.
Oh, and there you go, jinxing. Craig's the Senior crashes out over the jump. Wiz out to the lead. Looked like Nick went sideways there and may have blocked out JB. And speaking of going sideways, the Wiz pulls up at the end of the highway. That allows Nick to catch right up to him as they head into the forestry section. Nick is looking for an opening, but there isn't one in this particular section. As they get to the top, they go through the switcher. Nick not able to capitalize on the Wiz going through the Joker lane, but he's going to try it now, and he makes it stick. What an incredible overtake there from Nick, and he'll take the final win of the session. Wiz there crashed into the barrier. JB stalled out, and poor old Craig's the Senior back at the start here.
Yeah, you see Craig's they're coming very nose heavy, and unfortunately the bounce just threw him up onto his side. But can we just go back to this overtake? This was an exceptional move from Nick, and to make sure he stuck it, he pushed the Wiz into the barrier and almost flipped him over.
Some might say that's dirty play, but we say that's racing.
Oh, damn Skippy, mate.
And with that, JB leads this group with 131 points, then the Wiz with 125, and Nick and Craig's the Senior tied on 124.
Unfortunately, no one was able to pull a big cat and get a perfect run, so no one takes that top position, but a great run there from JB. Currently in third place, he pushes out Big Mike, and then the Wiz up in 6th position, and Craig's the Senior and Nick in 7th equal position on 124 points.
So that is the bottom 16 drivers complete, and currently nobody's managed to take that top spot away from Big Cat, but all of these top 16 drivers have a really good shot at taking him down. Top 4 are all within 23 points of each other, so it's very doable.
Well, especially if we have the same level of carnage.
You mean chaos?
Sorry, chaos that we have this week.
Well, this is Chaos Canyon, and as we know, anything can happen. All right, make sure you vote for your best in show. Remember, this is the last chance for you to vote. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Tom Spanners Watson. He's Frank the Guru Gibbs. We look forward to seeing you next time.